Good morning, it's Harvey Jackson. Just going to go through a few news items. One that is probably talked about over the last couple of days is the Argentina wavering tax program. So let's just get into it here. So on Monday, the government issued a decree suspending export taxes on soy, corn, wheat, and their byproducts, including biodiesel, aiming to accelerate sales of abroad and secure much-needed dollars to stabilize the flagging peso currency. Now, that was the primary reason it got to $7 billion is what they were expecting, and they got that in 2 days. So and guess where most of the exports went? A lot of them went to China, of course, right? So talking about China, there was some more talks again, and the United States should remove the Chinese described as unreasonable tariffs. So China's just reiterating that they're not going to buy until some of these tariffs are off, which is not a surprise. Like, geez, like, were you not listening? Let's put it into an article here. Malaysia palm oil uh, uh, is just talking about some of the concessions or the things that they're going to have to do to try to meet the mandates. And there is the issue with just how are they going to have the standard risk and the low risk plantations, and the issue is the inspection, and they're just worried about the inspection process, right? So refinery shutdowns to hurt fuel supply in several Russian regions. Yesterday, there was some more attacks on some of the on the refineries and the export terminals of fuel, and there is actually a slower pace of planting of the winter cereals over there just because of the lack of diesel fuel. And here we're looking at this. This is specific talking about Crimea and their lack of fuel to be even put into cars. China hides export ambition under a bushel, and it's just a bit of a joke, but I you know, they are going to try to meet some of the standards. But as far as I'm concerned, if they are providing all this kind of green energy and selling products for the rest of the world, they're actually making the rest of the world maybe greener, if that's even a fact. It is mentioned in this article the carbon hoax that Trump was talking about. Just have a quick look at the weather, active weather. You can see some rain showers going across the east. This is where you can see that they're going to leave, and there's the odd little shower, and that's where I'm focusing in on is just what's going on in the prairies. But you can see it's void. There's a huge void there. There's going to be a lot of harvest that's going to happen here. This is just the extended forecast. You can see that there is very little showers, and it goes all the way out to second week in October, and there's still some openness to that. So a lot of harvest is going to finish. Canola is up 460. Rapeseed is only up a half a penny. Soybean oil is holding on to some of its gains, or at a half a penny at 50.35. Crude oil up because of some of those attacks, but they're 64.80, so still in the right range for profitability for a lot of the refiners. Soybeans 10.15, so that's up 6.25 cents. Spring wheats and all wheats are up 3 to 4 cents. Canadian dollar is up a little wee bit as well. So you just have a look at canola on this chart. It looks like we're getting one of these beginning little waves up. I still have a full expectation that we're going to have some more downside, and especially as harvest really gets rolling in the canola acre in Saskatchewan and Manitoba after their 2 weeks or 10 days of rains. European rapeseed, it's on its wave up. And if we look at the price differential priced in Canadian dollars for European rapeseed and Canadian canola, we're at nearly $151, which should favor some more exports, and maybe even Europe buying Canadian canola as well. 200-day moving average is really getting supported, or supporting the soybean oil. But if that breaks at all, like I said, we're going down into that area. Soybeans getting held up by the oil right at this 38.2 retracement value. And if you're looking at crude palm oil, some support from the waiving of those restrictions into Europe on their deforestation plan. Crude palm oil, good size candle up, and now up against some of those medium term moving averages. Canadian dollar down towards the bottom end of this trading range that we've been in since August. Just have a quick look at wheat. fairly decent range of trade on the day, but here's just a backward look at where we've been. So we've had a pretty good slide all the way since I'm going to say beginning of July, and we've been consolidating here since August. Kansas up against some short-term moving averages. We'll see if it can get through there. Same thing with Chicago up against their short-term moving average. Milling wheat, same thing. Here's your corn, trying to get back into a channel, so I'll probably have to adjust this channel, but still, the upside target would be up at that 200-day moving average. And that's all I have for you today.